Good morning, flutarians. Welcome to another session of the Atomic Flutist. I'm a couple minutes early, so I was thinking I could give you a little preview of what's going to happen tonight. Now, I do want to be honest with you. For the past 10 years, have mostly not practiced scales. That doesn't mean I wasn't playing scales. Instead, I was improvising with the scales that I already knew from studying them in high school and college. Well, I guess I started earlier than that in middle school. But I would do like any way up or any way down the scale and touch all of the notes in the scale at some point without playing the da 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 that I was playing for like the all region band tryouts when I was in middle school and high school. So I think actually playing along with music that you love and like is the best way to stay fresh on your scales and arpeggios, and it's the most fun way to play music in my opinion. So I'll give you a little preview of tonight. After improv games, we're going to do a highlight on the song Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. So I'll first make a short recording of me playing kind of flute line, and then we have just enough time for me to play on top of that a little flute melody. So let's see how it goes. Let me turn it up for us. Turn it up lots. Let's hear. All right, so here in the Atomic Flutist sessions every Sunday through Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, I'll be going over a somewhat more regimented review of the warm-up techniques and scale and arpeggio techniques that allowed me to gain the flexibility and mobility that I use when I'm improvising or when I'm playing classical or written music. So let's go ahead and get started with a little improvisation. You probably already know this about me, that I specialize in improvisation and I run the Flutarian School where we do improv games together pretty much every day. I do them live Sundays through Wednesdays, and in the weekend, you can play improv games on your own. They're in the resources folder in the classroom, and we are a supportive community of flutists who are improving our improvising. So please share your progress, share your struggles, and share your wins. So I have decided to now start having a key of the day related to the day of the week, or the day of the month, I mean. And today is the 11th day of February, so we'll do the 11th note of the chromatic scale, which would be a A sharp or a B flat. So I'm just going to put on this drone tone so we can tune to it. And let's do a 1 or 2 breath improvisation on just the notes B, C, and D. Keep it simple, just the first three notes of the B flat major scale. Now remember that improvising is just remixing what you know. So if you only know three notes, you can still improvise with those three notes. And remember, we also have all of the other elements of music other than the note names to improvise with, like articulation, dynamics, rhythm, that sort of thing. But let's go ahead and warm up our lower register. I think that the low register is the foundation for a beautiful upper register on the flute. And in my experience, I need to relax into the lowest notes, and my embouchure tends to get firmer for the higher notes. And so I try and relax first, just like I'm stretching my legs in the gym before a run or some other potentially strenuous activity, so that I'm prepared. So let's do the 2 notes per breath, descending in the chromatic scale. So we'll start on B flat, then we'll do A natural, take a breath, do A natural, then A flat. And I want to do this without vibrato so that I can focus on intonation. I know that on the flute, the pitch tends to go sharp when I play loud, and it tends to go flat when I play quiet. So I'm also going to practice my dynamics with this shape where, here we go, I'm trying to line them up in the camera, where we start and end quietly, pianissimo, as quietly as possible. And in the middle, and the transition between the notes, I want to play as loudly as possible. And I'm kind of building an awareness or using an awareness of how full is my tank of air. When I get about 50% through, that's when I want to make the transition to the next note. When we're improvising, we have to compose on the fly where we're going to breathe. We don't have it written in the sheet music for us. So here we go. B flat to A. Next we'll do E flat to D. Now if your notes are cracking up into the upper octave, that's okay. Part of what we're doing here is building an awareness of what's happening in the embouchure to create the upper octave versus the lower octave. I'm noticing that my embouchure for the lower notes has a more flat shape as opposed to a round shape. The aperture in my embouchure. So E flat to D. If you're really struggling with the low notes though and it's cracking up all the time, go back to the last series of 2 that you were able to do that one again, and see if you can relax into the next ones. Here comes D to D flat. And then down to low B if you have it. Now let's resolve it on the most beautiful B flat you've played all day. I was noticing in my little 2-note series going down that sometimes I was starting the note with a 2, and sometimes I was starting it with a who. Let's do I guess it's called the Remington exercise, where we start up at the top, then we go down, and we go back up, and we go down by another half step, then we go back up, and we go down by another half step. Let's do that, but let's alternate. Let's do each series, each pair of notes at least twice. Let's alternate between who, and two. I find starting with the 2 makes the note a little bit easier to start, but training my embouchure and my mind and body to know where the note is with the who is more efficient for memorizing actually what exactly is the shape that needs to happen. Plus, sometimes I don't always want to start with the 2. I want a softer, more gentle entrance to the note. So we'll do who, and then 2, and then let's do it again. Who, and 2, and then again on the hold the top note. So we'll do B flat to A. And between each note, I'm kind of opening my mouth so that I can practice resetting my embouchure each time and remembering, oh, where is that B flat embouchure? Oh, warming up a little bit here. It's supposed to be at least 70 degrees in Austin, Texas today. It says it's 56 right now. I hope you're feeling warmer. Okay, so we'll do B flat to A flat, who, and then 2. open my mouth in between. It's kind of like a lesser version of the bunny lips. The bunny lips, where you show your top front teeth, helps to retrain the muscles up here to, well, I would say be relaxed, but it's not just being relaxed. It's being in the right exact position for that note. So here we go again. Flat to G, hoo hoo to to. Now down to F. Here's a tip for going from the B flat down to the D flat or down to the C. When I'm playing that B flat, I have my right pinky already positioned on this key instead of on this key, on the low D flat key, so that I can just go from B flat to D, B flat to D. I guess you could do it with your right pointer down as well instead of your left thumb on the B flat key. Boo, 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 boo. Here we go. Hoo, hoo. Two, two to D, B flat to D flat. Let's do a little bit of more chromatic work before we play the B flat major scale. Let's do segments of 3 chromatic scale segments, 3 chromatic notes like this. I'm going to try and do each segment 4 times though, so join me on this. We'll start on that B flat. I'm having a hard time closing all those keys with my right pinky. Let's do that one more time. D to C. Maybe it's time for an adjustment on that low C. I'm taking my flute in for an adjustment next week, or Friday. So, in my opinion, we should practice our scales starting and ending on every note of the scale. So let's play a B flat major scale, but starting on that low C. So it'll sound kind of like this. Then we'll start again on the low D. Keep going up one note at a time. I'm going to do this slurred. Join me. Let's do that series one more time, starting on the low C. Maybe a hint faster. Now let's take a minute to play with our vibrato with intention. So I like to do it this way. If I'm not using a metronome and doing metered vibrato practice, I like to take a breath and start as slow and big as possible, then speed up to my fastest vibrato possible. Take a breath, start with my fastest vibrato, and then slow it down as much as possible. Let's do that 3 times. Slow to fast first. This is like a bouncing ball. Bounce, 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 bounce. Or at least we want it to sound organic like that. Fast to slow. Again, slow to fast. Fast to slow. Let's do one more pair of those. Slow to fast. This particular study, the vibrato slow to fast, is one where listening to my recordings was particularly useful to me. Now, whether or not you're studying and taking private lessons with a flute teacher, I highly, highly recommend that you, every day or every time you practice, make recordings of yourself and listen to them so that you can strengthen that self-teaching muscle, and so that you're less likely to fall into those bad habits between lessons. My perspective on teaching is that ideally, I will train my students to become their own best teachers and eventually not need me there for guidance because they've gotten so good at listening and self-correcting. So we haven't really done any articulation today. Let's go back up to that high B flat, high-ish B flat, and do some, I'm going to do some double tonguing, but you can do single tonguing if you want. So single tonguing, ta 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 ta, or da 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 da, and double tonguing, da ga da ga da, or ta ka ta ka ta. I like the ga a little bit better, and the da, it's a little bit softer sounding, and it is less likely to prevent my airstream from getting through. So anytime we're using the tongue to articulate, we want to have it only in the way of the air for a fraction of a second. We want the airstream to keep flowing. So let's do that high B flat. Let's do 12. Da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da ga da. I guess that's 13 notes technically. Take a breath. Then let's keep going up the B flat major scale. I think I'm going to go all the way up to the high B flat. Now that I mentioned that, though, I am going to put on my headphones to protect my right ear a little bit from those high flute notes. So go up as high as you can. Join me all the way up to the B flat if you're familiar with it. Let's do that same scale, but subtracting one note from the bottom each time. So this time we'll start on the C instead of the B flat. Now start on the D. Starting on the E flat now. Isn't it funny how one tiny little spit bubble can change the sound of the flute? Okay, just 3 more. We'll start this one on the F natural. And starting on the G. now. A natural to B flat. Let's finish with some B flat arpeggio. So let's start from the top and go down, but let's do it like this. Top note, so B flat, then F, then go back to B flat, and then add one more B flat, F, D, then go back to B flat, do B flat, F, D, B flat. And we'll do that all the way down till we make it to the low D. Let's do that same articulation. Daga 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 da daga 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 da. Okay, one more all the way down to the low D. Oh, and I want to resolve it. Oh, let's play another most beautiful B flat of the day. Well, thanks for joining me and warming up with me in another Atomic Flutist session. Some of the ideas that I'm practicing here are based off of the ideas I found in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I recommend checking it out from your local library or listening to it on audiobook. And I hope you join me in Flutarians for improv games tonight or virtually throughout the weekend.